Hey everyone, welcome back. So I'm talking about my mission and the mission, whatever you want to call it, whatever resonates well with you. I really wanted to talk to you about having a bit of a look at relationships. So I think relationships are the reasons why so many people get caught up. I know right now, we're going through COVID-19 and there's a lot of people that struggle being on their own. And I think there's a period of life, especially within transition itself, where you will become isolated. And I think that's what scares about, it scares a lot of people about entering into this type of mission, because you feel quite isolated. When you first start doing the work, it's like, oh shit, I'm really, really isolated. It's not actually, it's an illusion. It's like, oh, it's when I see something, let's say, for example, I'm quite far away and I think it's an animal. Let's just say it's a shape of something. And in my mind's already projecting that that is a bird. But when close up, when I get to it, it's actually just a fallen bit of bark from a tree, or it's just got some sort of shape to it. So our mind's like that. It will at first, when you enter into your own mission and you start doing all of this work, can feel quite isolating. You just remember that it's actually just an illusion. It's not necessarily, a mind plays tricks on you. And so I think it turns a lot of people off, because that is the con, is what I say. So, but you've got to have the balance between good and bad. I think it works in duality, and I've talked about light and dark, and I've talked about a lot of people not wanting to face, without joy we can't have sadness. You can't have a perfect pretty world all the time. It's just not, you don't want to be in a high functioning state of consciousness all the time. It's not measurable. It's just not part of the human experience. I don't understand when people chase enlightenment that they want to be functioning at this high level of consciousness. Yes, it's about progress. It's about aiming towards that, but very dysfunctional to think that you can do it all the time. It's just not attainable for you. So I think for me, the best thing that you can do when you're entering into my mission is learning that you're not actually isolated. There's plenty of people doing this type of work. And I think the more that you actually enter into your mission and that you actually have that passion, drive, and energy, you'll actually meet people along the way that are doing the same thing, especially people that are entering into service. I think that's really important especially for light workers and guides and a lot of different ways of living your life. It's 300 ways to skin a cat. There's 300 ways to live your life as well. I think that's really important. So my mission is always about learning the balance between isolation, social. I've spoken a lot about in my identity as being over-socialized. Being over-socialized doesn't give you a good sense of identity. Okay, it's important to be social, 100%. I'm not debating that, but it's like a pendulum swing. If you got too much, you won't have a sense of drive or energy, and you end up people pleasing. You end up, stuck in this world. Whereas I always say it's best off to live in balance as much as you can. Now that's not easy. So it's really important as we enter into my mission and we're looking at identity, we're looking at our values, our generalizations, our beliefs, our truth. Truth is an emotion, people. Why are people saying, well, that's your truth, but it being in emotional denial themselves? That's not cool. That's kind of like you walk the walk, you talk the talk. It's about becoming your embodiment of your mission as well. So all of this becomes a big part of it. And I think a mission is what gives you that drive, and whatever life may be trying to get your attention anyway. It may be saying, well, this is a part of your mission. What are you doing? And it turns up the volume a lot too. I know from experience. So as learning a lot about all of this within your own mission, you'll climb up the spiral dynamics and you'll climb down, and that's really, really important. I just want to give you a quick snapshot, and I'll do it in the next vlog, of what a spiral dynamic is and what consciousness truly is. And I think the mosaic tiles will always be different to other people. You need to be careful, because what I see and what you see are different. And it's really important to understand those differences, because in reality, there needs to be a level of polarity between everyone, because that's really important. Indifference serves this purpose as well. So I'll start having a look at spiral dynamics, something that I really came across and I started celebrating because the power that it gave to me and an insight into consciousness itself. So very important. Stay tuned. Thank you all for listening and being a part of this journey that's now been going on for many years now. It's been fun, and I normally have this up and down roller coaster creating all of this. I say, nah, I'm done. But because I chose transition anyways, it's life, it's evolution. It'll always keep going, I think. It's just depending on how far and how regular I want to take it, and what else pops up in my life as my life changes as well. So then the blog will change as well.